Fall has arrived at Lowe's. Let's go see what they've got. And some fall planted bulbs have arrived at my store. Let's see what varieties they have. I've never seen or grown this before. It's $4.98 for 12 bulbs. It's called Pushkinia libanotica, and it says it's good for rock gardens, so maybe it's drought tolerant. These are how big the bulbs are, and they grow 4 to 6 inches tall, so similar to the height of, say, a crocus. And they have these crocus also. 15 bulbs in a pack for $4.98. This is the large flowering mix. The bulbs look pretty good. And here is something that I am interested in. I'm probably going to pick up a pack of these. Allium Christophi. And it's deer resistant. And there's 6 bulbs in here. They look pretty good. They almost look like a head of garlic. And they are part of the onion family, which means they're pretty pest resistant. Unlike tulips that the deers love, they won't touch allium. They also don't touch daffodils. So there's 6 bulbs in here for $4.98. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up one of those. Daffodils, this is a yellow trumpet, and then they have some tulips, golden Oxford, bride, Oxford elite, orange Van Eyck. I've actually grown these Van Eyck before, and they're really beautiful. And I've also grown these Darwin hybrids, and they are really tall. And that's not a bad price. For $14.98, you get 30 bulbs. So they're starting to put these out, which is really exciting. They also have the larger bags of the trumpet mix daffodil. Those are pretty. They look like they have various colors, and these are $14.98. And they also have larger bags of crocus. So on the other side, we saw they had 15 for $4.98. Here you get 45 for $14.98. It's essentially the same price. You just get a larger bag. So it's exciting to see that they're starting to put out these fall bulbs. Iris is another wonderful plant to plant in the fall, and they have a collection of bearded iris this year. I absolutely love iris. Let's see what types they have here. So it looks like they have this really beautiful one called Dangerous Mood. Comes with 1 plant. Oh, there's still some green in there. So this is what you want to look at when you pick up one of these containers. Most of them are going to feel a little bit dry. So to rehydrate them, you're just going to want to soak them in some water for a few hours before you plant them. But when you're looking through, you want to try to find some that have a sign of life. Like, see, this one has some green. Those would be the ones that I would pick up. The ones that have some green and that the roots still look pretty viable. And then just soak them before planting, and you should be good to go. So $4.98 for 1 bulb. And this variety is called Decadence. And then they also have Cherub's Smile. Let's see what else down below here. They have Full Tide, which looks like a beautiful blue. And then Bearded Iris Redneck Girl, which looks like a shade of burgundy and like a fuchsia. And then they have a mixed variety, which is $12.98, and you get 3. And then this one is a pink mix, and you also get 3 for $12.98. So check out your Lowe's bulb section for some iris. See, again, there's some green in there, so that would probably be a good one to pick up. You certainly always want to inspect your bulbs that you get for signs of life. They have some cute fall decor out in their garden center. And look at these adorable little wheelbarrows. And these trucks. So cute. Let's see how much they are. Looks like they're $26.98. A little bit pricey. I'm willing to bet you can find things like this for a little bit less at, say, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, etc. these little windmills, and these are $22.98. Oh, they even have the truck in blue. This one is, it's really cute. It's a little bit bigger than the white one. $36.98. I mean, they are adorable. Lots of pretty decorative pumpkins. And there's something on the end there that I really like. Some pumpkin stacks. Look at that. Let's go check those out. A few years ago, I actually bought a pumpkin stack from the Home Depot. They are ceramic, where these feel like that foamy material, but I paid around the same thing. I want to say they were maybe in that $75 to $99 price range, and they've held up really well. I've had them for maybe 6 years now. And so these are great decor items that you can have long term. So this says it's about 30 inches high, and it's decorative stacked pumpkins. It is 3 altogether, and these are $99, and they have white as well. So it is a bit of an investment, but if you're a person who buys these pumpkins every year, you know that these like Cinderella type smushed pumpkins are pretty expensive by the pound. So you can probably make up the cost of these in 2 trips to the farm. And you can support the farmers in other ways by buying some of their baked goods or some of their smaller pumpkins. They have a smaller version of the pumpkin stack. This one is pretty. You can even put this on a mantle, on a fireplace. Let's see how much this one is. $26.98 for that one. Some more decorative fall items. These would be pretty on your front porch or on the front entrance of your home. Look at this scarecrow. It stands up on its own little pedestal there. Let's see how much this one is. It's 42 inches in height. And let's see. Oh, here is that $29.98. And these metal pumpkins or pumpkin turkeys with the welcome sign are $34.98. I really like this white pumpkin here. It says welcome to our patch. Let's see how much this one is. $29.98 on this one. This one's also on a little stand, so it can stand up on your front porch. Really pretty. There's some nice decorative wreaths and those metal milk jugs. And then they have some pumpkins that look wooden that are really pretty. Let's go look at those. Here's a close-up of the milk jug. Has that old farmhouse look for $19.98. And right on the side of it is those pretty, almost like a wooden looking pumpkin. And they have 3 sizes. So they would look pretty in a grouping, but a little bit pricey. So these here are $22.98, and it's an 8-inch. And then they have a 7.5 inch for $19.98. And then a little bit smaller one, we'll go check out the size, for $12.98. So the smaller one is 6 inches. And this is what the finish looks like. Now, if we're comparing mums, I was at BJ's Wholesale earlier this week. It's kind of like a Costco, so you do need a membership to shop there. But they had 8-inch mums for $3.99, and Lowe's is selling these itty bitty little 1 quarts for $4.28. Look at that. So I would say to look around, because the prices here for the fall flowers, I don't know. We're going to do some more comparing. Let's go look around some more. Now these are really pretty, and the price on these is right. So these are $7.98, and they are called Dragon Aster. They're a mounding perennial, comes back year after year. It is hardy to zone 6, which is my zone, so that is good. And the mature size is 18 to 24 inches tall and wide. Look how pretty these are. They almost look like a mum, the shape of the bloom. But this really pretty purple with a yellow center. Really tight mounded habit. They have these really pretty ornamental kales and cabbages that are starting to show up for your fall arrangements. Look how pretty that is. Looks like the ad on the Cabbage Patch Kids, right? Let's check these out. So this is a white ornamental kale. It's a mounding annual for $6.98, and it tolerates frost. So even in late fall, if we get a couple of those light frosts, this will still do okay for you. Let's go look at the other one on the side here. Here's the ornamental kale. And this is the red ornamental kale / cabbage. It's a mounting annual, $6.98, and it is full sun. Here is a white mum, and these are the, let's see what size this is, the 3-quart mum for $6.98. Now, because it is still only the last week of August, and with the warm temperatures, these will start to open up really quickly. If you're going to buy mums this early on in the season, you want to find one that's pretty tightly budded so that you get a little bit more time out of it. So we'll find some that are a little bit more tightly budded when we're doing the tour, and I'll point those out to you. But look at all of these fall mums. Here is an example of a mum that I would consider buying. The only part that gets a little tricky with these is if you're very particular about the color that you want, you may not know what color it is, and you have to trust that what the tag says is the color that you're buying. But these are an example of mums that are safe to buy now because they are very tightly budded, and they will start opening up for you in the next couple of weeks. So this one here says that it is an orange mum, and it is $9.48 because it comes in this decorative orange pot. So you're always going to pay a little bit more for the ones that come in the decorative pots. And here are some fall daisies. These are the Montauk daisy variety. So these are going to be your latest daisy. And this one is an upright perennial, comes back year after year. It's $17.98, which is a little expensive, but I think it's because it's in what they're calling a decorative pot. I mean, this just looks like the regular black pots with a little edge that maybe kicks it up to the fancy side. But anyway, I would look around. You probably can get these for a little bit less money. And these here, let's see how they grow. But these are a really nice daisy for fall color. And so let's see, the average mature size is 24 to 36 inches high, 18 to 24 wide, hardy to zone 5, so pretty hardy. And these let's see what kind of light, sun, full sun. So they're a really sweet looking daisy with large foliage. Montauk daisies. These here are perennial alliums, and they are a pollinator magnet. Look how many bees there are right here. There's 5 or 6 on this one plant. This is the Proven Winners allium, and this variety is called Serendipity. It is $12.98. It is a full sun perennial. It is medium height at 15 to 20 inches, hardy zones 4 through 8 or to negative 30 degrees. And these are absolutely beautiful for late summer color in your garden that the bees absolutely love. Here is another wonderful fall plant, Sedum. And this particular variety is called Rock and Grow Lemon Jade Sedum. It is a full sun perennial. They are $12.98. This looks to be the 1 gallon size. And it is also a medium height at 16 to 18 inches. It is hardy in zones 3 through 9 or to negative 40 degrees, and it blooms early fall. So I've mentioned this in my videos before, but it is perfect to go shopping in all seasons if you're looking to get multi-season interest in your garden. So right now it is the end of August, but you're getting to see what you can plant in your garden for late summer, early fall color. Here are some really beautiful coneflowers by proven winners. These blooms are huge. Let's see what variety they are. So this one here is a color-coded one in a melon. It is a full sun echinacea, and it is a perennial. And let's see the height on this one. It is 24 to 26 inches tall, and it is hardy in zones 4 through 8 or to negative 30 degrees. And it blooms in midsummer to early fall. And these are also $12.98. Look at the size of these blooms. Here's my hand. They are so large. Absolutely beautiful. They are a little bit more on the yellow side versus the melon, which I would consider to be more of like an orangey color, kind of like the Cantaloupe Supreme echinacea that Monrovia has. So this one is certainly more along the yellow lines, but it fades to this like creamy color, really pretty. They have some Yucca or Yucca, how do you pronounce it? Let me know in the comments. So this one here is Color Guard Yucca, and it's a variegated one. And I know that these stay like a clump of grass, spiky grass, and then they send out these tall stalks of flowers, typically, I believe, well, it says spring and summer. So I'm guessing in the summer at some point. And let's see, so it's a full sun. I don't know much about this particular plant. So it is full sun. Its average mature size is 20 inches high by 30 wide. And I'm guessing that that is the height of just the foliage, not with the tall bloom spikes, because those are really tall. And it is hardy to zone 4. And this plant is a 1 gallon for $13.98. Color Guard Yucca. Yucca, Yucca, one of those. But they also have a bunch of perennial, evergreen shrubs. So I'm seeing a whole new shipment come in of these evergreens, which the fall is the perfect time to plant some evergreens for some winter interest, especially if you live in an area with 4 seasons like I do here in New England. So this is a little giant arborvitae. It is $13.98. It's a full sun evergreen, and the size on this one gets 4 by 4, tall and wide, and it is hardy to zone 3. Some lemon thread false cypress. This is a beautiful evergreen. I know I've talked about how much I enjoy this one in the past, but look at how beautiful the contrast is between a yellow evergreen and the green. It really just stands out in the garden. So this one here is lemon thread false cypress. This is a $29.98 container, full sun, and these get 3 to 5 feet high, 2 to 4 feet wide, and they are hardy to zone 4 or negative 20 degrees. I don't know if every Lowe's carries Statuary, but my Lowe's does. And look how beautiful some of these pieces are. These urns are stunning. If you have a very formal style home, what a beautiful planter. Now with these, you just want to make sure that they have a good drain hole. Oh, and these do. I mean, it's a little bit small, but you'd probably want to put a layer of gravel, maybe even a piece of landscape fabric so that the drain doesn't get clogged. But these are absolutely gorgeous. They are a 21-inch diameter here, and let's go see how much they are. We're going to find the price tag on these, but so beautiful. And look at these bird baths, so intricate. They also have some benches. Now this one on top you'd probably want to skip, obviously. Had a little bit of a problem. Somebody might have dropped it, but $74.98 for these. And I'm assuming that you get both the top and the corbels for it to sit on. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a complete bench, right? So not a bad price for $74.98. And then look at these cute little statues. Some bunnies, some puppies. So the bunnies seem to be $25.98. The frogs are also $25.98. And this turtle is a little bit larger at $32.98. And the little lab dogs back there are $26.98. And this bird bath here, this concrete looking one, is $45.98. And look how pretty this is. So pretty. It looks like the urn planters are $94.98 a piece. And those first bird baths that we saw in that same color family is $53.98. So this bird bath here. They're also starting to stock up on the grass seed for the fall. The fall is a great time to amend your grass, to overseed, reseed some areas that need some work. And these are $72.48 for this Scott's Sun and Shade Easy Seed 20-pound bag. Large selection of arborvitaes also in stock now for your fall plantings. Let's see what sizes they have and how much they are. So here is your emerald green arborvitae, and these are $39.98, and they're a 4.5 gallon. If I had to guess, they're maybe 3 to 4 feet tall. And then they have some bigger ones. Let's see how much those are. So the emerald green arborvitae, the big ones here, are $57.98, and these are 5.51 gallons. And those look to be in that 5 to 6 foot height range. Now, if there's one thing I know about these arborvitaes is that the emerald green, I think that deer are more susceptible to munch on these, but my neighbor has a hedge of the green giant, and they don't seem to bother those as much or at all because they look beautiful. Something to keep in mind when you're researching your arborvitaes, especially if you live in the country or somewhere with a lot of deer. They also have these smaller urn planters for $32.98. They're also concrete, and there's a drain hole. Some hardy hibiscus. So if you're still looking for some of these for your garden, these are not even in bloom yet. And this is the Proven Winners Summerific Berry Awesome. So it has a really large, beautiful pink bloom. And these are a perennial hibiscus. They are full sun. And these here get to be about 48 inches tall. They need a 54-inch spacing, and they're hardy in zones 4 through 9 or to negative 30 degrees. These are an absolutely beautiful perennial for late summer color, and they look so tropical. So these would be beautiful, placed somewhere near a patio. And look at this dark foliage. Even the foliage is beautiful. This one has a bloom getting ready to open, and this variety is called, let's see, this one is the Summerific Cranberry Crush. So it has a red bloom and also the dark foliage. And these are $17.98, and they're a 2 gallon size. These are a really pretty black-eyed Susan. It's called Prairie Sun. I'm not sure if it's just because they're at the garden center, but these look like floppers. So if you're not into plants that lean, it could be because of the weight of the bloom, but these might require a little bit of staking. But let's take a look. These are a full sun upright perennial. They are $8.98. It says it is hardy to zone 5 or negative 10 degrees, and it gets 20 to 24 inches high and 12 to 15 wide. But the bloom is really pretty. They still have lots of pretty yarrow. And this variety here, This one's called Sassy Summer Taffy Yarrow. It blooms in summer through fall for $8.98. It's a full sun perennial and it is hardy to zone 3, so very hardy, negative 30 degrees. And this variety gets 30 to 36 inches high and needs 36 to 42 inch spacing. Yarrow is such a beautiful perennial, and especially this time of year. Look at this, they're so long blooming and you go through multiple shades of colors. When it first emerges, it has one color, then it ages. As it ages, it goes through different color cycles. So see, this is where it could start, then it ends up like this, and then it ages to something faded like that. Just absolutely beautiful. They have these decorative planters of Croton or Croton, and this is a tropical plant, but it has such a beautiful color range of fall colors. So until you get a frost, these would probably do really well on your porch. And look at this, these pretty decorative containers that they put them in. There's quite a few varieties to choose from. And let's see how much they are. So these are Croton. I think that's how you say it. You can correct me in the comments. And they're $14.98, and it's a 3-quart container. And look at the different varieties of containers they have. There is this one here that says thankful and happy fall, y'all. And there's some that look to be just white and orange. Really beautiful. I'm back here at the Montauk daisies, and before when we were looking, I only had seen these in the decorative pot for $17.98, but right on the side of it, they have a smaller container, which actually, if you can compare the size of the plant, they basically look the same size. And because you're not paying for that little bit of that fancy lip here on that black container, you can get this one for $10.98, and it's the same exact Montauk daisy. $10.98. $17.98, and they are essentially the same size. So if you only see the decorative ones at your store, look around for the ones that come in these generic nursery pots, because you're going to save yourself $7. These are such pretty light pink mums. I really like these. Look at that, such a soft, pretty pink. And then they have some red ones. I really do love mums in the fall. And they can be perennial in some areas. If you plant them, it's possible that they, do come back for you. I did have one that came back one year, and then I think the bed might have been too wet and it rotted and it didn't return for a second year. But mums, annuals, possibly perennial, depending where you're at. Here's another beautiful coneflower outside of Lowe's, and this one is called Canary Feathers Coneflower. This container here is $19.98. It's a larger one, and it is hardy to zone 4 or negative 20 degrees. It gets 18 to 20 inches high, 14 to 16 wide. Very similar to the yellow coneflower for proven winners that they have as well. The bees absolutely love these also, these large cones. So pretty, and the birds love these. So if you leave these up for winter, the birds will snack on these. So this provides good food for wildlife over the winter months if you leave them standing. And look at this gorgeous coneflower. This one is called Coral Craze Coneflower, and it has these beautiful dark stems and an absolutely beautiful color. It's like a coral pink, large cones. Really pretty. And this one is also $19.98, and let's see, hardy zone 4, negative 20 to 30 degrees, and it gets 26 to 28 inches high. So this is like a medium to tall height coneflower. They have these really large coneflowers. These are pink, really good size. The blooms are absolutely beautiful. This one is called Feeling Pink Coneflower. It's $14.98. It comes in one of these decorative little whiskey barrel planters. And it is hardy to zone 4, negative 20 degrees, and it gets 18 to 24 inches high and 12 to 16 wide. These are full sun. and some more beautiful sedum. This one is called Neon Sedum. It looks like it has a really vibrant pink, maybe even a rosy red color. It is a perennial, $14.98 for this container, and it is hardy to zone 3, so sedum is very hardy, or negative 30 degrees, and it gets 24 inches high by 24 inches wide. Full sun. Sedum is so beautiful. The plant itself has interest for a very long time. First with this really pretty foliage, and then at this stage, and then all of these buds start opening up to that beautiful color, and the pollinators also really love this plant. And they have some purple fountain grass for $18.98. Now the price is a little bit high, I find, for this annual grass. Here in my zone 6, it's only annual. These are only perennial in zones 8 and up. And I posted a video a couple of days ago where I refreshed my front porch pots for fall. And I had purchased those purple fountain grasses at BJ's Wholesale. Now, BJ's here in my area is like a Costco. You do need a membership to shop there, but my plant was a little bit bigger than this, and I paid $9.99 for it. So you can look around and see if you find some purple fountain grass for a little bit better price, but if not, you can pick it up here at Lowe's for $18.98. Some information on the purple fountain grass. They are an ornamental grass. They like full sun, and they get to be about 4 to 5 feet tall and wide. And then they send up these really beautiful plumes as we head into fall. Here's what I ended up picking up at Lowe's. I grabbed 2 bags of this allium Christophe for $4.98. There are 6 bulbs in each. Thanks for hanging out. I hope that you've enjoyed this tour, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up button, and please consider subscribing so you don't miss any of my future videos. And we'll see you soon.